Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Coach Joe or Joy, whichever one works for you. Here to do a 15-minute stretch because the seasons are changing and I know your body is aching or your muscles are starting to give you a little rah-rah, and it's because you haven't moved them. So while it is very cold outside, your body is doing the same. Those muscles, those tendons, those bones are getting really cold. That is causing the aching. So let's warm it up for 15 minutes. We're going to be focusing on our lower body. So more of your lower back pain, hip pains. If you have lower back pains, 9 times out of 10, your hip flexors or your hips are hurting as well. So we're going to go ahead and get to that. We're starting on the ground. Let's go. Okay. We're starting on the ground, like I said. If you have a yoga block, you could use this for some of the modifications, but if you don't have one, just use a pillow or just don't go down as far, okay? This stretch is not about trying to work you out too bad. This is just about allowing your body to warm up. So I prefer you do it in the morning or right before you go to sleep or a little bit of both because 30 minutes of stretching is so much better than 15 minutes of stretching a day. Don't we all need it? Okay, we're gonna start in our butterfly position. You have the option, of course, meet your body where your body is. Don't try to force nothing. Don't try to force your body to do anything that it's not ready to do. Okay, so let's pay attention to where your feet are. You wanna have a very good posture. Shoulders back, chest out, and we're taking our deep breaths in. Of course, you can grab here at your ankles. If you wanna reach down a little further, you can, but a lot of times because you're just waking up, calm down. Keep it cute. If you're naturally flexible, then of course you have the ability to do a lot of things that a lot of people don't have that, a lot of us aren't naturally flexible. But for the ones who just kind of have that flexibility, go ahead and get in deep into the stretches you need to. Of course, clearly we're taking our deep inhales and deep exhales. Each of these stretches, we're gonna spend about 5 to 10 breaths in there. I did in this stretch here. Now we're gonna go ahead and take one of our legs out like so. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, taking one of those legs out. Once again, good posture, arms up as much as you can. This is all in your range, where you are. If you can only grab here at your knee, then hold that knee. And we're not worried about where we are. We're not comparing distances. What we're doing is taking our deep breath in. On every exhale, I want you to attempt to go a little bit further into the stretch because you're allowing your body to relax into your breaths, okay? Remember, we're taking about 3 to 5 breaths in each of the poses, moves, stretches, just to allow our body the chance to actually settle in the position. And breathing is helping us because as tight as we are, you're probably in pain, okay? So with you being in pain, you wanna make sure that you're attempting to breathe while you're in said pain, okay? If you can, take that foot right across. If you can't, you're just gonna go ahead and rotate this ankle. We've done this seated before in one of my previous videos, but of course we have to do it in this position here. If your foot can't come up over your knee, place it right where you can and lean over a little further so you can get it. If that's too much, just go ahead and hold it up as much as you can and twist it. Whatever works for you, the modification is the same. We're gonna rotate it the opposite way now. Still taking those deep breaths in, deep breaths out. The holiday times can bring about a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression for some people. You're feeling really low. You're wondering why all you want to do is sleep. You don't know why you really don't want to do anything, why you don't want to get active, but you just don't feel like it. And instead of allowing your body, deep breath in, exhale on the come down. Oh, popping. Instead of allowing your body to do what it's going to do, support it, and do what you can, we fight it. We fight what we're feeling, whether that be the seasonal depression, whether you're feeling really sad and you're not quite sure why you're sad. We're not necessarily questioning those emotions. We're kind of just trying our best to avoid them, lying to ourselves, or doing what we think is the right thing to do when it comes to taking care of our emotions, which majority of the time is ignoring them. But in stretching, for me, it's always brought about clarity, and it's given me the opportunity to really stretch my stress out. I keep fumbling with this. Y'all know I told y'all about my body dysmorphia I have. I'm working on it, so I don't even want to continue to say that it's body dysmorphia. I want to say that the views of my core that I don't necessarily like all the time, I'm getting better with them, but I still am trying to not give y'all that seated pouch. But girl, it's a seated pouch. You see what I'm saying? Questioning those emotions and walking through them, even on live television with y'all. It made me calm down because your clothes gonna move. You stretching, girl. Okay, we are rotating it the opposite way now if you haven't caught the drift. Good. Still deep breathing, deep breath in, and we're gonna exhale and go towards our toes, our ankles, our shins, our knees, whatever we can reach. Deep inhale, exhale out. So in your exhale, you're attempting to send your navel back. Okay, so I've been with clients and they're like, girl, this belly, I can't move this belly and stretch. Yes, you can. Deep inhales, exhales out. I'm not telling you to actually move your belly. I'm telling you to take your deep inhales in, suck in towards your navel, and relax your body. And if your body is telling you can only go down so far, then damn it, only go down so far. Still breathing. We're staying here because, of course, we're allowing our body to get deeper into the stretch because that's what we need if we're trying to stretch, especially these aches and pains in our lower hips, once again, in our back. Giving our body the opportunity to actually feel the positions that we are in, giving that stretching, even if it hurts, the opportunity to stretch. Deep inhaling, exhaling out. Good. We're going to come all the way up. And we're going to go over and turn over to all fours. We're going to all fours, rather. Okay. We're here. I want you to take opposite arm to opposite leg if you can. If you're only right here, you're just going to extend it out and try to take it up. You want to go ahead. You see how my stomach just went? Once again, sending the navel back to that spine. Then we're going to come back down. We're going to take that leg right back up to do it again. You should feel this in your core, but you should also feel it somewhere within your back because, of course, your core, this entire area right here, especially your posterior chain, is all connected. So let's just breathe and bring that back down. Good. Good. We're going to go ahead and switch it over because what we do to one side, we got to do to the next. Good. Go ahead and position yourself in the right position. Opposite arm to opposite leg, and you're going to take it up. You don't have to overextend because that's not our goal. You want to activate your core. Deep breaths in. Good. And come all the way down. Very good. All right. Let's go ahead and send our hips all the way back. I'm going to come up here just to ensure that I'm all the way in the screen. Going back to your child's pose. I want you to send your head back towards the mat, or if you're just on your carpet, on your ground, and your hands or your arms or your shoulders actually are in between your head. You're sending your head back towards the middle of your shoulders. You stop saying so many words. And we're stretching. Your hips are going back towards your heels. And deep breaths. Of course, this is helping out a little bit of your upper back areas where your traps, your deltoids are. But the stretch is still a great stretch to do. Good. Let's come all back to all fours. Okay, I want you to cuff your feet under. And we're going to send our hips back into a downward dog. I love this pose. I want you to grip the ground with your fingertips and go ahead and seesaw those toes over one at a time. Go ahead and pressing that heel towards the ground and sending those hips back. And we're just breathing here. We're not doing yoga. We just, doing a few of the poses. That's all. Good. Take that on down. Yep. Now we're gonna take one of our knees forward like so. Okay. We're gonna do into a deep stretch. So I want you to take that opposite knee back like how I just took it back some. I want you to keep that foot placed on the ground rather, and you're gonna send your hips forward. You have the option of staying here and finding your balance here. If you want to, bringing both those hands down within that middle part or the inside of your leg. You can keep that here. Still keeping that foot down on the ground. Keeping those hips facing this way, so you don't want to be here. You want to make sure that your hips are facing the direction that your knees. And we're just going to breathe. If this is too intense, grab something and hold it here. You don't have to go down this far. The options are up to you. If that's too intense, keep it here. If you haven't been here in a minute, you can't expect to be going all the way down. And I'm not trying to show off, and we're just doing a little 15-minute stretch. We're taking that foot shoving, sending our hips back. You want that leg as straight as it possibly can be. Heel on the ground, that's the only thing that has to be on the ground. Both your hands can be placed on opposite side of you, so you fully get that stretch in your hamstring. Clearly, as I'm saying it slowly, I'm feeling it with my eyes rolling back to my head. Cause it feels amazing. Yes, it does. And we're breathing. Not forgetting that our lungs need that oxygen, so and your body needs the opportunity to stay in that position and relax in that position. So you can't rush it, even if it hurts. Just like life, there's no point in trying to rush throughout stuff. You might as well just deal with it. Deal with it and face on. It's not going to take away from the pain. It's not. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. That's what I've realized about stretching. The stuff that it really be hurting, especially in the moment, like if I'm having a muscle spasm and it's really going hard, I've stretched my body while I just pulled a muscle. Literally being in the gym, doing something, not paying attention at the right time, muscle and that muscle in mine they were not linked in, and I pulled a muscle and I immediately went to the floor and started stretching. I could either stretch out this pulled muscle for a week, or I could stretch it now. Stretch it now. I don't care about people seeing me audibly breathe or audibly because the pain that I feel, that's how it feels. But me waiting to feel it is not helping the pain. It's just prolonging that process. Acting like if I avoid it, it's not going to still hurt. It's still going to hurt, girl. Might as well just go into it. Take your deep breaths. Audibly make that an audible breath if you have to. But don't take away from that moment from yourself. So I encourage you to do the same thing in these stretches. A lot of times we have not stretched and we expect our bodies to do things that we have not done to it. All right, go ahead. We're going to take a seat now. And we're going to hit, the cheerleaders would say a spread eagle, or, well, you're probably going to hit a spread eagle because it's not going to be maybe as wide as mine, but wherever your legs are, even if you're here, you still gonna feel it, okay? So go ahead and make sure that you're sitting on that tailbone, and I want us to go up one, just like how we did going to each one of the sides when we went to that pike. I don't know if I just heard that pop, but that was a pop. Good. And you have the option of turning your chest towards your leg. If this is too intense, if like saying that is just, if you just go down a little bit towards that side. One of my clients, she gets cramps if she stays in the position too long. So if you need to do from side to side, you need to go like, so every time you're transitioning, inhale, exhale, go down, do that. Okay, if you can, I want you to hold that ankle, that shin around your foot if you're a little more flexible. And I want you to gradually go down further and further, making sure that you keep both your toes towards the ceiling, or your hips open, or your knees out. Just making sure that you're stretching your hips, okay? Same thing, we're going over to the other side. Now, I'm going to tell you now, this is my more stubborn side, especially when seasons are changing. Actually, both my hips go back and forth. I don't know if it's because I cheered. I'm not quite sure. But sometimes where my hamstring is in that hip, they be doing something working against me, and I have to do a little extra stretching, specifically in the morning, because my back is tight. And so I want to ensure that my back and my hips are getting the proper stretching that they need throughout the day. So that alarm just went off. Scared the piss out of me, okay? But we still had that middle stretch, and I want to do one more back stretch. And I'll have to come back to this video, of course, and clearly make it longer, so we can dig more into some of the hip stretches that I do. I'm not a yogi yet. I do plan on getting my yoga certification as well as my Pilates certification. We're going to walk your hands out towards the middle and hold it. Now, this is the most intense stretch, of course. So wherever you are is wherever you need to be. We're going to take our deep breath in. Exhale. You just, every time you inhale and exhale, you're going to inch out just a little bit, but you're doing it at your own pace. This is not rushed. This is not forced, because you don't want to pull anything. You want to give your body the opportunity to stretch. I probably said that like 7 times by now, but it's okay. But yeah, I want to get both my yoga and my Pilates certification. I do include it inside of my training. Some of the stuff that I do that I love, that's kind of easier for my clients to get used to, but those are things that are in the list of things that I'm gonna do, that I have plans to do. So I'll just keep bringing my little stretches, the ones that I do that I find really good for me, to ensure that, we have a good time. And we just kind of build together, If you're here and you enjoy my pace, you enjoy my vocabulary, you enjoy my personality, then, if you're not somebody who stretches a lot, it's good. Slowly close your legs. It's good for you to get to somebody who you can relate to. And, I look at a lot of instructors, so you don't have to. Okay, I do want to do these stretches on the ground. I guess we're gonna have to make this a 20-minute. So we're gonna go ahead and get all the way on the ground. This is one of the old school stretches that we used to do back in track. So I want you to take both your arms out to your side in a T position. We're gonna raise one leg up. Flex that foot if you need to, but we're going to twist on over to one of your sides. While we're here, if your leg is one way, I want you to turn your head the opposite way so you can really fully get that stretch in. And the hardest thing to do in the stretches is to breathe. So your inhale and exhale may shift your body, and your weight may go down more on your leg. Take your time, breathe, enjoy your body actually stretching. Good. Bring that leg back up. Back down. And let's go to the other side. Here. And taking that leg over. Same concept. If your leg goes one way, I want you to look the opposite way. And breathe. Very good intense stretch for your lower back. Very good. bring both those legs in, or one of those legs in, and all the way back down. Last stretch, let's just stay here. So I know this is called a corpse stretch, but I want you to lay fully on the ground, of course, like how you are, palms facing up, and let's just take our 3 different deep breaths here. Good. Come on up. Ooh. All right now. This is probably a 20-minute. 17, 20. I'm gonna say 20. If it's 20, that's what we're gonna deem it as, and that's completely fine. This is one of many. I appreciate doing these videos because it gives me the opportunity to kind of do what I do on a typical basis. If you know me, then you know I will stretch if I'm intoxicated. I will stretch forever because it's so important and it makes me love on my body more, and it's so good for my movement and my mobility. So if you're somebody who wants to venture off into working out, into the gym, or want to start using more weights at home, you have to make sure that you're stretching because you want to give your body and these muscles that you are breaking literally to form bigger and better ones the opportunity to feel that stretch. Mobility is perfect and great for your strength training and your HIIT training and whatever other training you're doing. It's a beautiful thing to add in. So pass this video along, send this to anybody, and y'all get it in 15 minutes in the morning, in the night, in the afternoon, whenever you need to, but get it in. Don't do that to your body this winter. If your body's aching, it's because you won't move it. I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Keep coming back. I got a lot of content to get out this month because 2024, I ain't going in with nothing that I didn't do. Okay? I'm getting it all done. So pass this message along, pass it on, pass it on, pass it on to somebody who wants to get movement but doesn't have access to anybody or feels a little intimidated about going to the gym. Check out my other videos on the page. I love y'all. Be kind to somebody because you never know what they're experiencing. And most of all, be kind to your goddamn self. All right. Love y'all. Bye.